Welcome to Metal Planet, a great place to discover new heavy metal and hard rock albums. My name is Max Gris. There are a lot of records that will be released on August 8th that I'm excited to talk about, so let's get straight to it. This week's list is going to start strong with the third Sinsaenum record in Devastation. If you don't know what Sinsaenum is, it's a multinational supergroup featuring members of Creator, Daft, Mayhem, Loud Blast and others. The drummer Joey Jordison of Slipknot notably played on the first two Sinsaenum records before he passed away in 2021. For In Devastation, it's Andre Joyzy, a former drum tech for Jordison, that will be behind the drum kit. What's cool is that the music of Sinsaenum doesn't sound that much like the musicians' other bands. You can see that it is its own thing. In Devastation serve as a tribute to Jordison and the late father of the Sinsaenum member Frédéric Leclerc, whose passings deeply influenced the creation of this album. This next album, Metal Fourth by Babymetal, is one of the week's biggest releases. With this one you will find the blend of metal and J-pop the Japanese ensemble is known for. In Metal Fourth there will be modern guitar riffs and a polished production with pop music melodies and a Japanese idol aesthetic. Compared with Babymetal's previous record, the other one, Metal Fourth, will feature many guests. High-profile guests, I should say. The bands Spirit Box, Slaughter to Prevail and Bloody Wood, as well as the singer Poppy and the guitarist Tom Morello of Rage Against the Machine will make an appearance on different tracks in the album, bringing with them different musical flavors. I previously tried to listen to kawaii metal and I just couldn't get into it. I think it relies a bit too much on gimmicks, but it's not because it's not for me that it can be for you. We will soon have the opportunity to listen to the new Liv Sin record Close Your Eyes. With this one, it is the vocals of the singer Liv Yagrel that will take the center stage. On Metal Archives, Liv Sin is categorized simply as playing music in the classic heavy metal genre, but I think that it is far from depicting the whole picture. To me, the band's new material sounds like a well-crafted amalgamation of various metal subgenres. For example, in the title track from Close Your Eyes, there are the kind of soaring melodies and epic choruses that are reminiscent of power metal. In the song Run, there are modern guitar riffs that remind me of alternative metal, and keyboard sounds that evoke the type of keyboard sounds that you could hear in a gothic metal song as well. Last week there were a lot of releases by core bands, and there will also be many core albums this week. The American formation Attack Attack from Ohio will unleash this week the record Attack Attack 2. This one will be notable for featuring electronic music elements, sing-along choruses and some genty guitar riffs. The band Dreamwake from Connecticut will also drop on August 8th, The Lost Years, a metalcore album with a dreamy soundscape that will feature synthwave influences and notable breakdowns. One thing about this release that will be unusual for a metalcore album is that it will feature some saxophone parts. Thousand Below from California will release Buried in Jade via Chord Music. What strikes me the most about this band's music is that there is a good blend of captivating clean vocals and intense harsh vocals. The Australian deathcore ensemble Aversions Crown will also release this week a 3-track extended play titled A Voice from the Outer Dark. This one will have a sound that is more brutal and technical compared to the previous 3 albums. Lord of the Lost is a German band I discovered about 10 years ago with the song Drag Me to Hell. What a banger of a song. I have liked this band ever since, and I'm really excited to listen to its new album Opus Noir Volume 1, which will come out in a few days. This band has a big penchant for theatrics, and its members often wear makeup giving them a vampiric appearance. The dramatic music of Lord of the Lost features many elements that I like: a deep voice, industrial Rammstein-esque guitars, cool symphonic strings and keyboard sounds. We will find all those characteristics and more in the band's new album. In Opus Noir there will be a few surprises. The formations Within Temptation and Death Stars will each appear as guests on 2 separate tracks in the record. Halestorm, one of the groups that has experienced the biggest rise in the rock and metal world in the last 15 years, will unleash on August 8th its 6th studio album Everest. Like the new Liv Sin record, Everest will feature a sound that is a mix of different music genres. In this last album you will find hard rock, classic heavy metal, post-grunge and alternative rock flavors. One thing that stands out in the new Halestorm songs, and in the band's music in general, are the vocals of the singer Lizzie Hill. Her vocals are both captivating and emotionally resonant. This is something that we can hear in the band's new song Darkness Always Wins. In addition to the vocals, the Halestorm sound is also the product of a good rhythm section with some good guitar riffs. This week we will also get new Firstborne, Crypt, Thorn and Malthusian records. Firstborne is a classic heavy metal and hard rock band featuring the drummer Chris Adler, formerly of Lamb of God.
and the bassist James Lomenzo, currently in Megadeth. I think that their new record Lucky could appeal to you if you like 80s metal. Saturnian Appendices by Crypt will be an extended play, mostly collecting B-sides taken from the recording sessions of the band's previous studio album, The Stygian Rose. It will expand on the story arc of its predecessor and feature a doom-laden epic sound with operatic vocals. Nebulous Womb of Eternity by Thorn will be a death metal record with an unpolished aesthetic. The songs in this release are described on the music project's Bandcamp page as rotten death metal hymns rife with some nasty lurching grooves. Finally, the last record in this round of albums, The Summoning Bell by Malthusian, will present a sound that is influenced by both death and black metal. This week there will be 2 Metal Planet albums of the week. The first one is Blackbraid 3, the new record by Blackbraid. This is a solo black metal project of the native musician Skagasowa, who lives in the Adirondack Mountains in the northeastern part of the New York State. His music is influenced by nature, emotions of rage and sadness, and his deep spirituality. The 2 tracks from this album that have been released so far, War Drums at Dawn on the Day of My Death and The Dying Breath of a Sacred Stag, are absolute black metal bangers. On those tracks you can hear influences from old school black metal bands like Bathory and Immortal, but there is also something fresh about the material. Blackbraid 3 will have interesting lead guitar passages, a cool atmospheric quality, and a good production, especially for an independent release. The second Metal Planet album of the week is Ouroboros by the stoner rock/stoner metal formation Borracho. Before the last couple of days I had never heard of this 3-piece band, but when I listened to the formation's new material I really enjoyed the songs. The band's compositions are really dynamic, and the singer has a somewhat laid-back singing style that I find enjoyable. There is a nice psychedelic vibe that emanates from the material as well, and the songs feature tasty riffs. For some reasons, the Ouroboros riffs remind me of the playing of the guitarist Tom Morello of Rage Against the Machine, which was mentioned earlier. The music from Ouroboros also reminds me in a good way of the band Clutch. To me, the standout track from this album that has been released so far is Vegas Baby, a track about America's iconic Sin City. So those are the titles for this week. There are a lot of interesting records that will come out on August 8th, so it was really hard for me to narrow down the selection to just 15 albums, so don't hesitate to check the video description for a more complete list of the titles coming out this week. A new Dropout Kings record titled Yokai will notably be released on this date, but I didn't include it in the video because I couldn't find a lot of information on this release, and because no songs from this album seems to have been released so far, which is really weird. If you plan to listen to a title presented today and like to stay up to date on the new heavy metal and hard rock releases that come out each week, hit that like button and subscribe to the Metal Planet channel for more heavy music related content. There is a new releases of the week video like this one almost every week on this channel, so that might interest you. Tell me in the comments what are your most anticipated records for this week. I thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers!